So it is snowing today. We probably have about 4 inches of snow on the ground. So I thought it would be a good day to teach a lesson about white. So the first thing I want to talk about is the white Shadowsense. The name of it is Snow. And then the second thing that I wanted to talk about is the white color concealer that came out recently. So I'm going to do that one second. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is this one. So a lot of people are like, why would I need white eyeshadow? So what I use this for is basically an undercoat, so that I can get a really good pop of color when I want to be really bright with my eyeshadow. So like this last weekend we went to homecoming and my daughter was cheerleading and their colors are purple, gold, and white. So I did the white and then layered the gold and the purple on top so that it was really vivid. So what you want to do, and I tip on this too, the Shadowsense dries pretty fast. It's the cream to powder, but I don't usually do both eyes at the same time. I do one first, because then I can't move it. So I usually get a little tiny brush like this, kind of load it up a little bit, and then I'll show you another trick. So then I take the white and paint it along my lash line, and then I look up and kind of look back and forth. And then you can see where it leaves an imprint, and that's where you want to fill in with the white. Then you know exactly where you need to put your eyeshadow. And I usually just do it up to my crease line because that's where I put my color anyway. And then I'll kind of blend it in with the lighter colors. Okay, so then we got that on there. Okay, so then I'll do the same exact thing on this side. And then same thing, look up and around. That way I get my guideline. And then I can kind of fill that in. And I generally use a pretty stiff, sharp end brush for this so I can get a good line. And then I can go back in with the other color and blend it out. Okay, so I've got my white down. And then what I'm going to use is the Dusk Shimmer on top of it. So same thing, I'm going to use a fluffier brush to put this on, and same thing, I'm just going to work with one eye. And normally I just pull the color that's on the stick right here. I usually don't even touch the applicator just because you need so little. So then I just kind of blot that over the top. And then blend my crease really, really good so that that hard white line disappears. But then you get a really nice bright pop of color, and you can really see that light pink color then. Okay, so then I'll do the other side. Same thing. I just tap it on top and then blend in my crease really good. And it almost gives you that ombre effect where it's a little bit lighter on your lid and then it darkens up as you get past your crease. Yeah, there you go. Super easy, nice bright colors. If you use brighter colors like these blues, this one is the Oasis glitter. Even the purples, this one is the amethyst. They actually will come out looking almost exactly like they are in the tube rather than blending in with your skin tone and getting a much lighter color. Okay, so I'll finish my eyes and everything later, but the other thing that I wanted to show you was this awesome product, the white color concealer. So what I've been doing with this, rather than using a lighter than my skin tone color concealer. I've been using this white under my eyes, and then I put my powder or foundation over the top of it, and then it just naturally gives me the highlight underneath my eyes. I even use it along my bridge line, my T-zone here, the top of my lip. Anywhere that you would normally contour, you can use this stuff as a base for your foundation or your powder, and it'll give you that natural highlight. A lot of times with regular concealer, I have an issue with my dark circles turning gray, and so far this stuff hasn't done that. So what I do, another stiff brush, I just kind of go in underneath my eyes and into the corner where your eyes get really dark. And then here's another tip. You don't want to just do this right here. A lot of people will just highlight their bags under their eyes, and you don't want to do that. What you want to do is pull it down in a bit of a triangle like this and blend it out, because otherwise you're just highlighting your problem area. If you blend it down into a triangle, it kind of makes that bag and dark spot blend down into your cheek, so it's not as noticeable. If you just do this part right here, it's going to highlight that and accentuate it even though it's lighter. Okay, so then see how I've kind of got it all the way down my cheek in a triangle basically. Okay, and then what I'll show you what I do is then I just take my powder and then I just kind of tap it in along that area and blend. And then I have the perfect highlight under my eye where I don't have the bag. So you can see the difference from one side to the other. This side has a pretty pronounced dark circle, and this side is blended in pretty nicely. So, and then you can do the same thing. Like I said, if you want to do your contouring without having to do, sorry, hot flash. If you want to do your contouring without having to do 1,000 different colors, you can do your highlight along your nose. There we go. You can do highlight on your upper lip to make your lip look bigger, and then you'd put darker down here. And then same thing up here on your T-zone. As you just naturally get your highlight right there. Okay, so then I'll take my powder and go over everything. And you can do the same thing with your foundation. It'll work the same exact way. I'm just a little more careful with it, where I tap it a lot more than rubbing it so that it doesn't all blend together. So there we go. There's my highlights and my face powder, and I'll finish the rest of it. You all have seen the blush part of it, everything, but I just thought since it was a snowy day, it was a perfect day for a white lesson. So we'll talk to you next time. Bye.